Hey, what's going on guys? It's Blocky here, and this week we are going to be doing a P.A Works tier list. I thought this would be really interesting to do since I've seen most P.A Works shows, and I like a lot of them, but I still thought I would give my opinion because I haven't seen all of them. Anyways though, let's jump right into this. First, I'm going to do Skip and Loafer. I'm going to put Skip and Loafer in the A tier. I think it's a really solid anime. I thought it was really well done. I mean, obviously the story from the original manga is great, but like the animation, the art style, everything just worked really well in the anime. I thought it was great. Buddy Daddies, on the other hand, I thought it was like okay. There were definitely some moments where I was like, I don't really like that. But for the most part, I still thought it was a pretty good show. So I'm gonna throw it in B tier. I think it's pretty good overall. Akiba Maid War, I have not seen, so I don't really have an opinion on it. Your boy Kong Ming, that is going to be in the S tier. That is such an amazing anime, and anybody who's seen it would agree with me. Like, it is just so good. So we have Aquatope on the White Sand. I'm gonna put that below. Yeah, I'm gonna put that below Skip and Loafer. I think the first half of the show was really good, and the second half was still good, but it definitely fell off a little bit. But it was still a good second half too. Yeah, I haven't seen Uma Musume. The Day I Became a God, I'm gonna put that above Buddy Daddies. I think it's a really good show, but I think if we spent more time with the characters, I think it would have been better. Like, if this was a 2-core anime, for sure it would have been absolutely amazing. But because it was only the 12 episodes, it definitely fell off hard, and it was just like the ending still hits really hard, but it would have hit so much harder had we had more time and actually spent more time with the characters. Haven't seen Opera Ranman. Fairy Gone, that is going to go right down into the D tier. I watched 6 episodes of this anime, and I dropped it. Like, I thought it was okay. I may eventually come back to it, because I know it's got a second season. But, like, really, there was nothing that really hooked me into the show that I was like, oh, I have to watch this. You know what I mean? Like, I thought it was fine for the most part, those 6 episodes I watched, but, I mean, it's whatever. It looked good, but besides that, like, you know, it wasn't really much of anything. Shirobako is also going in A tier, for sure. Yeah, Shirobako is just a really good anime. I don't know how, like, realistic it is to, like, the anime industry or anything like that. Like, I don't know, you know, how much it follows the truth or whatever, but, like, even then, it's still really interesting. You get to see kind of the inside look of the industry, even if it's not 100% factual. I don't know, again, if it is or isn't, but either way, still really good anime. It's really entertaining. So we're going to go ahead and do Irozuku. I'm going to put that in C tier. I did like the anime at the time, but looking back on it now, honestly, like, in comparison to, like, everything above it, I'm like, it's fine. Like, it's okay. Like, it's good. It's not bad or anything. It's just, it's fine. Alright, so next up we have Sakura Quest. I'm going to put that in the A tier. I think it was a really good show. It wasn't that, like, godlike show that you could throw it in the S tier, but it was definitely really good. It was solid all the way through. It was just a good show. It was really entertaining. I just really enjoyed it. I wish it got a second season because I would love to see just more. But, I mean, it was still really good. And I liked it. Makia, that's going right at the very tippy top of S. Literally probably one of the best anime movies ever made. I even got my parents to like this movie, and they don't watch anime at all because they're older. But, dude, this movie is incredible. And if you haven't watched it, where have you been? Watch it right now. Stop this video and watch it right now. I don't even care to get the full watch time. Like, stop this video and watch that movie right now because you're missing out on something incredible. Hanesaku Iroha. I'm thinking about it. Okay, what we're gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna adjust this slightly. I'm gonna put Hanesaku Iroha. I'm gonna put that in B tier. Yeah, I like Hanesaku Iroha a lot. I do think it's a really solid show. But in terms of, like, P.A Works anime, like, it's a B tier. Like, it's still good. It's definitely really entertaining, and, like, you can definitely get a lot of enjoyable moments out of it. But if you're comparing it to the things in, like, A and S, it's just not there for me personally. But if you disagree with me on that, I totally understand. Charlotte, that is going in C tier. had a really strong start, and then it had a really bad ending. Charlotte just like absolutely fell off hard. Like it had a really, really interesting premise too. Like it was really good for a little bit, but then again it kind of just fell. But overall though, I still think it was like okay. Like that's why I'm putting it in like C tier. Like it definitely wasn't bad, but it wasn't like amazing either. You know what I mean? It was just fine. I haven't seen Canon. A Lull in the Sea. That where should I put that? I'm gonna put it above Sakura Quest, but below Skip and Loafer. There was a point in time when this was my favorite anime of all time. I hadn't explored a lot of anime at the time. I was just getting into like different genres and like learning my taste in anime and everything like that. And I discovered this show and I watched it, and to this day I still think this anime is beautiful. It is such an incredible show, but it has definitely dropped for me a few places. It is still up there for me for sure, but yeah, it definitely has definitely dropped for me a little bit. I do think that you should definitely check it out, especially if you're like a newer anime fan and you're still like exploring different shows and like learning what you like and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, yeah, give this a go, because it's like a good way to get you into that like drama, that like drama type shows if you haven't explored that very much. So it's like, yeah, absolutely check this out. It's still really gorgeous to this day. The lighting, the characters, the animation, it's all just really, really well done. Really good stuff. Haven't seen Tari Tari. And we have Angel Beats. That is going to go second place to Makia. I love Angel Beats. 13 years later, almost 14 years later now, it still holds up. It is such an incredible anime. Like, they made a masterpiece back then, and it's still so good. If you haven't seen it because of how old it is, and you're like maybe just got into anime recently, please watch this anime, because you are missing out on a gem. It is such a good anime. I think anybody who has seen Angel Beats would absolutely agree with me on this. It is one of the best anime of that year, if not the best anime of that year, for sure. And it like doesn't even come close. It is just so good. Anyways though, that is my list. Hope you guys can put yours down in the comments below. I will see you guys next week with another video, and goodbye.